We just got off the train from Badulle right here in Hiloye. We saw two trains crossing each other, and now once this train is gone, we're off to the Makulella starting point of Pekoe Trails number 50. Seems like a very quiet place. We have yet to start stage 15 of the Pekoe Trail. We're still on our way there, and the way itself is beautiful. Very quiet, serene, surrounded by eucalyptus trees. Have a look for yourself. Okay, so on our way to the Pekoe Trail, stage 15, we stopped by for a little breakfast. So we got some coconut roti and lunu miris, chili to go with. Wonderful start for our trail. It'll warm you up right away. Hi Boan. Today we are here at the start of the stage 15 of the Pekoe Trail, where we will be traveling from Makulella to Alle. This is a first time experience for us as well, so stay with us to find out the inhabitants that stay in these trails, both people and the wildlife. I'm your host Adisha Lanka. Welcome into the wild. We have officially entered Pekoe Trail Stage 15. It's something out of a magical fairy tale book. Truly, when you're taking a walk over here, surrounded by this lush eucalyptus forest, as well as this mist that is coming down on us, which you can see in the background over here, over the hills. It's truly a remarkable experience, because where I'm at right now, I feel a little bit of a breeze, a cool breeze, as well as a little bit of drizzle to my skin. However, amidst all this, my heart and my mind stays peaceful and calm, aligning with the spirit of the nature over here. So, when you're walking through the Pekoe Trail, you might notice something like this, and you might be wondering what that is. Well, that is the official mark of the Pekoe Trail. As long as you follow it, you'll be all right. As you walk through the Pekoe stage 15, you might notice something interesting. The eucalyptus trees, or also known as turpentine trees, are a bit charred, and you might be wondering why that is. Well, let me let you know. So, eucalyptus or turpentine bark is highly sensitive to flame. Therefore, during the dry season, it peels off, and either naturally or through man-made fire, it all just burns out. And that's why it's charred. There's also another secret use for eucalyptus, and it's oil. You might have smelt it in one of your favorite ointments. Do let us know in the comments section below what that ointment is. On the Pekoe Trail Stage 15, just before Allarok, you will come across a small little place called Anura's Camping and Cottage. This place is a wonderful place if you are interested in camping, and all you have to do is just show up, because all the tents and equipment are available here. Call in advance just so you get it booked, but just check out the view and see for yourself. Pine cones also something that you will find here on the Pekoe Trail Stage 15. We're just about to reach Alla Rock in a little bit, but we're still enjoying the beauty of nature on Pekoe Trail Stage 15. So, during your walk through the Pekoe Trail, you might come across some situation like this, where there are two paths. What are you going to do in a situation like this? Well, if you have a tour guide, congratulations, you're already on your way on the correct path. But if you don't, and you're one of the more adventurous sort of people, check your wiki logs. There's the dedicated map for each Pekoe Trail, and always try to find the exact location where you're going. Of course, there's marks, but just in case, rely on your survival instinct, and you can also see which trail has been taken more comparatively. We're at the 1.45 kilometer mark of the Pekoe Trail Stage 15. We came across a situation where the mark is kind of a bit roughed up, if I would say the least. But still, you can see an arrow that is pointing that way. And that is right, because either you can go down to the left, or else stay on the Pekoe Trail by going right. And in 200 meters, we are expecting a different kind of scenery, so stay with us. Do you hear that? It's a bit different from what we're used to, or even I am used to. It's silence, and it's nature. It's beautiful. Right, now we're still into stage 15 of the Pekoe Trail, and as you can see around us, as well as the sweat on my face, the terrain got a bit different. It got a bit more steeper, but we made it. But when you look around, it's misty, it's magical. Yet it's humid and warm enough for us not to feel too cold. It's such an interesting juxtaposition of feelings, but nevertheless, it's the beauty of the wilderness. We accidentally got into a bit of a shortcut, and thanks to the Wikilog application, as well as the map of the real Pekoe Trail, we found ourselves on the correct path, I think. Excuse me, good sir. We're first doing a bit of a travel vlog. Can we ask you a little bit about tourism and your experience here in Toronto?
You can, but we actually live here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we live in Colombo.
Okay.
So we're a bunch of teachers.
Okay.
So we obviously with a long weekend.
Okay.
We come down here for some hiking.
Well, this is an interesting perspective.
Yeah, different, a bit different.
They're a bit different. So, what do you think about the Pekoe Trail itself? How did you find about it, and what really brings you on this trail? Did you take time?
It's our first time on the Pekoe Trail.
Okay.
A few of us have hiked in England and other places.
Okay.
Or done overnight camping and stuff.
Okay.
Then jumping up there.
Okay.
Found out about the Pekoe Trail. I think on a Facebook group, one of the Facebook groups.
Yeah, that's very.
Yeah, and then looked at the Pekoe Trail app. I don't know why we picked this route.
Okay.
To be honest, I think some people wanted to come back to Ella,
Okay.
so we picked that route and jumped on it.
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. And since you had like, are you original from England?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
from England originally.
So, contrasting between the height in England and over here, what do you think like the a major difference?
Well, at the moment, honestly, this part of the Pekoe Trail is very similar to England. Like the weather, maybe not as misty, but the fauna is all quite similar stuff. We were saying earlier when we were hiking through, it's very, very similar to England.
Okay.
Whereas, like, obviously, if you're walking through, I don't know what the other paths are like, but like Colombo is obviously a lot hotter.
Okay.
So you're expecting the heat to be a bit more around here. But I think with the overcast weather and everything, it's a bit cooler
Okay.
than even normal. So, yeah, honestly, this feels like a bit like England.
Really like
A bit
England.
like England.
Okay. Then, on your recommendation of the trail,
Yeah. Oh.
what would you give it? What do you think the experience?
It's been quite good so far. It's annoying that like a lot of the signs have been scratched off of those trees.
Yeah.
But the trail itself has been quite good.
Okay.
And it's not like super hard or anything. There's some bits where it's a bit steep, obviously, but I think like even if you're just starting hiking, it's quite easy to get in and find the start and go from there. So it's been quite good so far.
Wonderful. And what's your good name?
Hugh,
Adisha.
I
Thank you very much for your time.
No,
We won't bother you.
No,
anymore.
have a good one. All right.
Very interesting, encounters that you have while you're walking over here. And that was one of those encounters. And as you saw, it's no one would really think this is Sri Lanka on their first glance of this video content, perhaps. Even personally, I myself find it a bit hard to believe that this exists here because no one seems to know. But just because no one seems to know doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So keep your eyes open. Breathtaking. This is Rock. View? Well, it's not so much that you can see, but what you can feel. Have a gander yourself. The vast expanse of mist that surrounds us. And looking the slow breeze along with which it carries droplets of water. Really gives it another texture to life. A must come and feel kind of spot. And the rock. Oh, vlog over here. Is it possible for us to get your experience live?
Okay, where are you from? Okay, you're from England. So how long have you been to in Sri Lanka?
3 weeks. Well, no, I'm staying for 3 weeks. I've been here for 2 weeks.
Okay, so how has your experience been?
It's been good, It's been fun. A little bit rainy here. Definitely a bit colder than the coast.
Okay.
But it's been nice seeing those animals, tried those any food. Met loads of nice people.
Okay. So what has been your favorite highlight moments thus far?
Side. Don't have one.
One
Can
hand.
Can I say no comment?
No call. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So just to get a feedback, if there are some things that are not so great, during your travel, what would they be?
Do you think you can change the weather in Ella? I wouldn't mind a bit of sun right now.
It's the immersive experience,
Yeah. That would be my top recommendation.
Okay.
Work on my tan more.
Okay. So we just got down from Adler Rock, and as you saw, it was a bit of a steep climb downhill, but we made it. It's an adventure hike, although it's beginner friendly, but it's still, there's a little bit of adventure. But nevertheless, we got out of the rain, had a cup of tea, and now we are on our way back to the Kitale station, where we're going to catch the train back to Butterfield. So. Well, we've now come to the Kitale station, where we are going to catch a train back to Badulle. With that, we are going to conclude our stage 15 of the Pekoe Trail, and it has been a wonderful experience, honestly, as a first timer myself, as well as just, very immersive. As you can see, I'm wet from top to bottom, and I had a bit of a slip in, but that's how it goes, The weather here is a bit unpredictable, but nevertheless, one of a kind of experience that you must see for yourself. So I encourage you all to come and witness it for yourself. With that, stay frosty, and until next time, bye.